Today we are going to discuss about HTML and CSS together. I mentioned in the previous session that we do use HTML for defining the structure and CSS is for designing. So let's begin with HTML and CSS. First thing, I'm going to use the doc type. This is HTML5. First thing is doc type, and then you have the HTML tag, and you have the, let's say, a header section, head that is, right? And you have body. This is a normal HTML page. That is, you begin with the doc type, you have the HTML, you have the head, and you have a body. Inside body, when I say head and body, that means whatever you put here, that comes on the title, right? And you also have the body. Body is the area in the browser which you have already seen. Let me open it again. Let's say this is the browser, then the area which you see here, the black colored area, that's what the body is. So whatever you write here in the body, that is getting displayed here in this area. The title and other thing, you have the scroll bars, you have the address bar, this is the address bar, you have the title bar, lot of things you have. Now if you want to design a page, let's say I want to give H1, I'll say this is a title, right? I'll just save this, and again I'll just open this. This is a specific folder, so I can directly open C:\basics, and I'll open this first HTML. So this HTML we have here, this is the code. Now let's say we want to color this, that is the one which you are seeing here is in black color. Now I mentioned that whenever it comes to designing, whenever it comes to beautifying the page, you are going to use the CSS, the cascading style sheet. The question is that I want to format the H1. The moment you have to beautify, the moment you have to format, that means you are going to use the CSS. Now when I say CSS, there are multiple ways to apply CSS, and each way has a different behavior also. At the moment, I'm going to use the easiest, a kind of common way, which is that I give a style along with the tag name. Let me also remind you that whenever you give the tag name and the space, and let's say if you give, for example, a name here, then name becomes an attribute. This becomes the value of attribute, whatever value it is. Let's say you give class, then class is the attribute and this is the value. Let's say you give ID, then ID is the attribute and this is the value. The HTML element you give, and there is some additional information you pass to the element. That information is called as an attribute. You have the attribute and you have the value. That's how it goes. Now when it comes to styling, you do have an attribute called style. So that's what I have done here. I have given style here. Next thing, what style I want to give? The style I want to give is, I just want to give color. The color, what I want is color equals to. That's what I mean. But in CSS, when you say equals, that means that is the assignment is basically using the colon sign. So here I have the colon. And then I'm going to give the color. Let's say I want to give blue color. I'll say blue. Now you see there is a semicolon which actually is inserted automatically. Let's say I don't want that semicolon at the moment. I'll just save this, go back to the page. And if I just refresh here, you see that the color is changed. It is blue now. Let me also open the developer tool, which I mentioned in the previous session. And I'll open this elements tab. So here we have the H1, the style, that is the color blue, right? And if I click here, then you see that style is also appearing on the right hand side of this browser. That is the developer tool. When I have to give color, I give this style attribute and I give. Let's say I want more attributes to be assigned. Let's say I want to give font size also. I'll give font size equals to, again, colon is the equal to sign in CSS. That is the assignment. Instead of giving any value from this list, let's say I want to give pixels. I'll give 50 pixels. That's what I want to give. So I'll say 50px. Again, I'll save this. Now you observe this. This is the attribute. The first value is color. The second value is the font size. So each value of attribute is separated by a semicolon. So in CSS, when you are giving multiple settings, multiple rules, then each rule or the setting is separated by a semicolon. So here we have two semicolons, right? You can of course avoid this last one, but it's a common practice that we put it this way. Let me just save this, go back to the browser and refresh the screen. Now if you see, the color is blue and the font size is 50 pixels. And let me also highlight this area. You see this color and font size, 50 pixels. So this is a way to apply the CSS. That is, you give the style along with the element. Let me also put another H1. This is a second title. And let me also add an H2 as well. This is H2. Let me just refresh the browser so that you get the idea. We have these three elements, right? And now you see that in the developer tool, you can see, you can click on the inspect element again, and you can just highlight whichever element you want to refer. If I click here, the H2 is selected and the respective style is applied. Whichever element you have selected, that is basically this one, element.style. So even let's say at runtime, if you want to change some value, you can do that. At runtime means in the browser itself, let's say I want here color is equal to, for example, I want to give, let's say, aqua. You see this? This color is applied here. So practically, if you want to try here, it's easier or it is better. Let's say font size. Directly you can see the output. Let's say I give 10 pixels. See this, observe this. I press enter here. Right now, what I'll do, see, I am pressing up arrow key and you would see that I can see the changes here. So most of the time when it comes to debugging the CSS, you would see that the element is selected. You come here on element.style section and then you start applying various CSS to practically see what or how it looks. This is a better way when you want to debug or when you want to practically see immediately. But remember, the code which you write here is not updated in the actual code. So in case, let's say you finalize this CSS, then what you are going to do, you are going to copy this and paste it in your source code. That is possible. Like I have copied and I can paste it somewhere. So this is a very easier way to deal with CSS. This way of applying CSS like this one is called as inline styling. So what inline styling means? That you are giving the style in line, that is along with the HTML element itself. So this also means the inline style which I have, let's say, applied on this H1, right, is not applied on the second H1 or even H2 for that matter. It is not applied on any other element. It is only and only for this H1. This is how it goes. This also means inline style is meant for the specific element only.